to talk about the new album.
Yeah.
When does it come out?
Okay, the new album comes out April 15th.
Okay.
And it's not like what we've been doing in the past necessarily. It's still like, I hate saying an evolution, everybody says that, but like it's a pop record.
Well, that's good.
Recently, over the last 3 EPs, we've been doing more like pop, folk rock. And so this is more of a pop record, or indie pop, whatever that means.
So yeah, what divides that? What separates the two for you? Because folk is weirdly enough becoming so mainstream.
Yeah, I just think folk isn't really as catchy, you know. It's more, it's got more hooks. It's got, it's a little bit more simplistic sometimes.
Okay.
The arrangements are a little bigger,
Yeah.
a little more grandiose, and it's also a little easier to listen to, I think, too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you in your mind, what I've heard is that you are very much so a singer-songwriter. Where do you see yourself fall within those boundaries of these different genres today? Like, what do you prefer? What do you feel kind of contributes best?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really can define that.
That's okay. It's a hard thing to quantify.
But I mean, my band is like so good at taking a song that I've written as a singer-songwriter and turning it into a band song, like together as a group we do that. And it wasn't always that way. It was, for a while it was kind of like, okay, this is my song, I want something kind of like this, I want something like, but now it's kind of like everybody's a part of the songwriting to a extent, like the arranging, the producing. So it's I think that's the biggest thing that separates us. Even though we still go by my name, it's definitely a band.
Okay.
Which is cool. I like that better.
Do you feel like that transition is really prevalent on the record? Like, did it come into play with the songwriting?
Yeah, this is the record where that happened. God, you're so on point. Just like transitioning it over.
I try.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes. So I think for this record, this is our first full length as a band, and our first record since 2012. So we've been kind of waiting for a while,
That's exciting.
which is it's a little nerve-wracking because we wanted to have something out there. And this has been written since July.
Oh, wow. So you guys are ready.
Recorded since July.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
so
we're
you're really ready to get it out there then.
Sure.
Do you think you would transition into maybe going away from just using your name, or do you want to stick with that?
I kind of think we have a lot of marketing and like momentum in that name, so I think we'll stick with it.
I like it.
But it'd be nice to like do a side project, you know, and have a different name.
Fun.
Yeah, if you come up with any good band names, let me know.
I'll keep you posted.
Thanks.
Do you feel like, I mean, Seattle is great for folk and for singer-songwriter, but do you feel big influences from the city musically in any way? I mean, like, Seattle has such musical history as just a city. Do you feel that contributes at all, or do you guys really try to stay away from that and make sure that yours is a little bit more natural, coming from you rather than...
Yeah. So there's a while there where this became kind of this scene around this open mic that was going on. Bands like Pickwick, Head in the Heart, they all came out of this scene. So we're all, we're friends with all of those bands or people in those bands, and so there was definitely like a folk influence thing happening for a while. But then I think people started to find their own voice. Yeah. So I think it's been more of a almost support system in some ways.
Okay.
And it's funny because once a band kind of goes from local to national or to regional, or you kind of lose touch with those friends you have. Like my buddies Noah Gunderson, Alan Stone, they're still killing it.
I can't wait to see both of them.
Yeah, and they're awesome. Oh man, I was touring with Noah in the Midwest last week.
It's fantastic. He was in Denver a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's awesome. His new record's really good, but I mean, I don't hear from those guys as much. Like Noah and I have actually stayed in touch quite a bit, but it's tough because as a band, you're touring so much, you're on the road so much, you're answering emails all the time from random people. It's hard to keep in touch with everybody, and so when you as a local band, I think it's easier to get that support when you get a regional, national level, like these things change a little.
So do you feel like that open mic kind of was something that the scene could harness in a positive way continually, or do you feel like it's something that's maybe kind of hurt that connection?
No, it was great.
Okay.
I think it was a great thing. I think, like any scene, though, it dies. Things change. There might be a new scene that I just don't know about.
Are you trying to keep up with the tides, or do you guys just hope that you can see, have people come to you more naturally? Yeah, we kind of hope people come to us more naturally, but,
there's another kind of thing kind of developing right now. It's called the Songwriters Night. My buddy Tim from Ivan and Alyosha puts it on. And I played it a couple weeks ago with Brian, John Appleby, and totally blanking. Jessica Dobson from she used to be in the Shins, and now she plays her own band called Deep Sea Diver.
Oh wow!
And there's another guy, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. Anyway, there's brilliant singer-songwriters.
Yeah.
And now Pickwick's going to be doing it. Cat Galen's Pickwick. They're getting all these great people. Matt and Marseille. And so I think that's kind of the biggest thing I see bubbling up out of Seattle is like just these songwriters. Like, yeah.
Well, and I mean, what a huge group between you and all the people you just listed. Like, that is a really powerful group of folks. So I hope it continues. Would you guys all ever want to tour together and make some kind of songwriters night?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like Monsters of Folk style.
Yes.
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
I would love that. I just, I guess it's a logistics thing, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got to be in the right spot with their touring and like their release cycle. So that's the toughest thing.
Think about it.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Maybe. My other question for you is about South by. South by is kind of thought of consistently as a place where people come to drink. But oftentimes it's seen as more like a band thing. I think that's just because that's what's expected.
Yeah.
How do you feel, or what do you feel South by Southwest brings or offers to the singer-songwriter community more or less than these larger pop acts or just traditional style bands, I guess?
Singer-songwriter community. Yeah, that's a good question. Never thought about it like that.
Do you see people coming here and having it be a productive experience for that? In that singer-songwriter community?
Yeah, part of the thing about South by is it's hard to break, I think, now, but I think what South by does really well is it brings everybody into one place. So it's a lot easier to meet those people that you've been trying to talk to. Like, we've just had a lot of meetings with people that we haven't met, and I think that face-to-face time is what makes the huge difference on a relationship. As soon as somebody sees your face and goes, oh, okay, this person's cool, the door's open, like, so I think for any singer-songwriter, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but I'd say it's a lot of money. And if you can do your homework and do your research and make sure that you meet a lot of people while you're here, I think that's worth it.
That's awesome. That's a really good way to put it. Have you liked doing things with a full band? Like, it sounds like you guys are meshing really well. Do you feel like your audience is reacting to it? Like, what do we expect now when we come to see Kris Orlowski when it's a band?
I'd say what you cannot expect is acrobatics.
Fire breathing?
Circus trainers, but you might see some banana hammocks and some pogo sticks. So
I like that. Yeah. Okay, banana hammocks.
No promises. I'm just saying there might be. So.
That's awesome. Okay, well, time for our 3 questions. We've been asking this to everybody we've been talking to. The first one is describe South by Southwest in 15 seconds or less.
Oh, jeez.
So try that.
Okay. Cocaine, alcohol, traffic accidents. It's too soon for that, probably.
No, that was too soon.
Lots of diversity, mugginess, great music, terrible music, great managers like Peter Hill, and that's it. That's my 15 minutes.
There you go. So, okay. Yeah. Next question, and you can chime in on this if you'd like. Tacos versus barbecue. Your 2 main types of delicacies here at South by. You must pick one that you prefer and tell me why. Tacos versus barbecue.
I think Peter should answer this one. Peter, what do you think?
I hate Mexican.
Why barbecue?
California. Just because it's cheese. Everything about it, ribs,
solid.
You heard it here first, folks. Peter Hill, K Management.
Okay, and the last question is, if you could pick anybody, I know that you've got such a busy schedule, it's something where it's going to be hard, but if you could see anybody that's here this week, regardless of if you actually can or not, who do you want to see the most?
Alan Stone.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got a new record coming out soon. I mean, the thing is, I'd say Noah Gunnarsson, but I've seen him like 6 times in the last week. So I'd say Alan Stone, yeah. Because he's one of the guys that's really repping Seattle still. Him and Noah are both doing that really well. And I got to support my local bands, you know? Even though, it's funny, you go to South by and you like go see all your friends and you're like, like
you leave your
why
city
didn't I just do this at home?
to go to another city to see all the bands from your city.
So I recommend that everybody go see somebody they haven't seen before, but if I was going to see somebody,
that's fantastic. So when can we catch you next? What is your next big event?
So anybody who's on the West Coast, we're playing San Diego on Monday, the 17th, Tuesday in LA, Wednesday in San Francisco, Thursday in we have a day off. And if anybody's in Boise, Idaho, we're playing there on Friday, next Friday the 24th, 25th, 21st. And then we're finally back in Portland on that Saturday. And then if you're really, really ambitious, you should fly to Seattle and see us for our CD release, April 12th. It's a Saturday night. at the show box.
Awesome. All right. Yay. Well, thank you for talking with us. The last thing to do is just look at the camera and just say, hey, I'm Kris, and we're with Ultra 5280.
Okay. Hey, I'm Kris, and we're with Ultra 5280.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
When you were